What's going on, guys? Aggronix, going back to the POW! The POW! Welcome back to the playoffs. We're back after a little bit of a hiatus. My apologies. I haven't uploaded a lot recently. A lot of stuff has been going on. I've been very, very busy. But I've been in a very, very good headspace. And I actually feel like taking a little break from YouTube, from leagues, because I had that week where I had a bye week in playoffs, by the way. This is week 2 of playoffs. You did not miss the first week. Don't worry, there was no first week because we did end up the top 2 in the league, along with our opponent today, Kip, and we had a bye week, so don't worry, you didn't miss anything. And that's that. We ended the season 8 wins and 1 loss, our only loss being the Psy guy, who is also in the semifinals, so it'll be interesting to see if he moves on. If we both move on, I beat him in the final week. It was more of a joke game, so I don't really know if that game really matters, but we did technically beat him, so we technically 1-on-1 in this season. So if we make it to the finals and face him, that'll be like that'll be a really cool story. But that being said, we were playing Kip. Kip is a tremendous battler. We faced him earlier in the season, and he throttled us. We did beat him, but it was a 1-0, super close. His team was over on the left side of your screen right here. It was Mega Manectric, Celesteela, Infernape, Umbreon, Decidueye, Lantern, Archeops, Azumarill, Landorus, Therian, Musharna, and Masquerain. 4-2, don't worry about that. That's the score is wrong, but I think he's 7 wins and 2 losses, I think. So yeah, so very scary team. Last time he didn't bring Celesteela, he didn't bring Lantern, and he didn't bring like Musharna. Celesteela is the big one though. He didn't bring Celesteela, and I feel like he won't this time again, but he also will. So yeah. We have Nidoking. We have Kingpin the Nidoking. Specially defensive Nidoking. What is this for? This thing is for Manectric. It is for Infernape if he runs specially offensive. It's for Decidueye. And it has Toxic Spikes. Kip has no grounded poison type. He has no poison type in general, actually. He has no way of getting rid of these hazards other than defogging with Decidueye. And even then, you know, he can't, like, unless he brings Heal Bell on Umbreon, he can't get rid of this poison, which is awesome. Earth Power, Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt, just to hit everything on his team for at least neutral, if not super effective. I hit a lot of things on his team for super effective damage, which is awesome. And this thing is my primary switch in to Mega Manectric. With Tapu Koko, Electrium D, Thunderbolt, Invarise, U-Turn, and Roost, enough speed to outspeed a max speed Archeops, which is the fast man on his team. Cool set, covers a lot of things. Especially defensive with U-turn, means that he can't really block me from volt switching. I want to be able to U-turn freely. If I can get the Lantern in against this and I U-turn out on it, not only does it have to take a U-turn, it also has to take poison damage if we get the Toxic Spikes, and then we can go into something like our Hydreigon or something like that and start doing some damage like that. We have Evil, the Hydreigon Choice Specs, Dark Pulse, Flamethrower, Draco, and U-turn, enough speed to outspeed a max speed Landorus, Therian. Simple stuff. We have Rainmaker the Blastoise, physically defensive, enough speed to outspeed a max speed Azumarill. Azumarill has to click Aqua Jet in order to hit us, and if we choose to, we can choose to go for Scald against it, and we'll hit it that way if we want to kill it and if it's in range. Especially for a torrent range, we can go for Scald and kill it that way. And Ice Beam is just there for Landorus and Decidueye, stuff like that. And I didn't really need Toxic because obviously we have Toxic Spikes, so that was nice. We have Cloudy Landorus, Tornadus Therian. Leftovers Regenerator with Air Slash, Heat Wave, U-turn, and Taunt. This thing is just here to check stuff like the Landorus. We can go for Taunt, the Musharna, the Masquerain, check the Decidueye, the Infernape, stuff like that. So really good set in Tornadus. And finally we have Aggron. Heavy Slam, Earthquake, Ice Punch, Stealth Rock. I'm not bringing Thunder Punch on this thing to hit the Celesteela super effectively because I feel like I have a lot more things to deal with it now. We have the Blastoise, I have the Choice Specs Hydreigon, I have the Tapu Koko, I have this thing to go for Taunt and U-turn and Heat Wave. That's what we're working with. So I'm going to Digivolve. I'm going to fucking get rid of this. Sturdy. And we're just going to get into it. I'm just going to challenge Kip, and this is his name, isn't it? Yes, it is. We're just going to get into it. I built this team a long time ago. So I remember why I chose certain things, but it has been a while since I built this team. So bear with me if I act like a silly bitch. So I believe we are already good to go. Everything's recording fine. 5 minutes in. Perfect. He does bring the Celesteela. Does bring Lantern. Okay, so no Masquerain. No Infernape, which I'm happy about because Infernape was actually hard to switch in. If you brought like a nasty plot set. Interesting. So, did he drop this in the POW chat? I feel like he did because my computer did a little... Oh, no, he didn't. Alright, I'll just throw this here. Oh, he... Saiga, you bastard. You got there first. Thank you, Saiga. So, good luck, have fun, Kip. Me and Kip always have fantastic games, so I'm sure this will be no different. I think he's going to lead with possibly Lantern, Manectric, maybe. I really, really want to get up my Toxic Spikes, but I feel like... Would he lead with Landers? I don't feel like he would. I could. I see. My thing is, I think I can lead with Hydreigon. I think my lead is Hydreigon because a choice Scarf Azumarill is fairly unlikely. If he's adamant, he doesn't outspeed me anyway, and I can just go for a U-turn if it is Azumarill. I can go into Blastoise. I can roar it out if need be. I can go into Aggron even. Do a lot of things. Fonzo saying good luck. Thank you, Fonzo. So I think I am going to lead with the Hydreigon. If he leads, he has no... Oh, sorry, he does have Dark Pulse resistant to Azumarill, but he has no good resistance to Dark Pulse. So I'm just going to lead with Hydreigon. And he does lead with the Landers. So I have an interesting play here. I think he's Scarf from the way he's leading with it, but I think if he stays in, he's going to go for U-turn and just go into Azu. Or Lantern. I'm going to have to take a U-turn here. I think I have to. He could go for Rocks. I could switch out on the U-turn, but honestly... How much is Hydreigon taking if he does go for U-turn? I assume like 50% though. That is a lot of damage, to be fair, if he does... He's doing over 50%. So... I think I'm going to go Tornadus. Pretty bad lead, I will say. I'm going to go Tornadus right here. I think he'll just go for U-turn. If he goes for fucking Swords Dance turn 1, then... Well! What can I say? What can I say? He could fly Z off the bat, I guess. I could just Draco if I really, really am afraid of this thing setting up. But I think the Azu is coming in on a U-turn, like. And I think this thing is Scarf to outspeed Coco. And Nidoking, Choice Scarf, to outspeed this thing, Hydreigon. He might be afraid that this Hydreigon is Scarf, which is a possibility. But I am just going to go Tornadoes. I think. It's always nerve-wracking playing Kip. It's very, very nerve-wracking. I do go Tornadus as he goes for U-turn. So, perfect stuff here. I'll just check from that damage. I assume that is fairly standard. Yeah, 60%. That's just offensive. So, I think it's safe to say he's Scarf. His... switch in here is probably Manectric, maybe Lantern. He goes Manectric, that's okay, because I get to go Nidoking, possibly. And he might double into, like, Azu, or even this Landers, but he does go into the Manectric, so... So this is an interesting scenario. What does Manectric do? I think he doubles. I think he predicts Nidoking and doubles into Landers? Celesteela even? So I really, really want to U-turn. If he just stays in and clicks Thunderbolt, I die. Though. That's the problem. I want to predict in by Rice and go Aggron, but that's also a sketchy play. But that actually might be the right play. Aggron is fully specially defensive, so if we do go Aggron, out of curiosity, how much is Manectric doing to us? with the Volt Switch. He's doing 40%, and we won't get that back. So that's kind of like, you know, that's sketchy. I really, really want to predict him to double in a Landers, because I think he will. I think he will double in a Landers, or Celesteela possibly. So I could U-turn. I think him just clicking Thunderbolt is like super, like, there's not a chance. He goes for... Hidden Power Ice only does 40% to Tornadus. And I get that back from Leftovers and Regenerator. So... do I really want to risk my Tornadus like this? This would be such a fucking shit way to do it. I live a Volt Switch. Probably. I possibly live a Volt Switch. It's like a 60-30 in my favor. But I really, really think he just doubles out. Flamethrower. Don't burn? Thank you. Alright, okay, so that was good. That was good. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go Aggron. Alright, we made a play, boys! Ooh, we made a play! Alright, so I'm happy with myself. I am clicking Toxic Spikes. I think immediately. I gotta get him up. It affects 4 of the 6 mons on his team. And that's big. If he goes Lantern right now, that's fine. I made a play, boys. I cannot believe that actually worked. I expected Hidden Power Ice. Flamethrower does make sense though, because he obviously predicted Aggron. Oh my fucking heart. He does go into Landers actually. So that's cool. So we do get up the spikes. I'm just gonna leave him regular spikes. I don't want to go over the top. So this thing comes back in. I think it's Scarf. I don't think he just goes for... Well, Blastoise is actually a really safe switching right now, because if he goes for U-turn, he has to go like Decidueye or Lantern, and that they get Toxic, or the Manectric. So, like, he also could just get up his rocks, and if I was a real fucking mad lad, I'd click Ice Beam right now. But I already made a crazy play in staying in on a Manectric, so he might just click Earthquake. I think I go Tornadus though. I don't think I go Blastoise. He has U-turn, so I don't think he has Swords Dance, Rock Polish. I don't think there's a chance. But yeah, I'm just gonna go Tornadus. He goes for U-turn again. That's fine. If he goes Celesteela, I think I'll just taunt. He goes Lantern, he gets poisoned. He goes Manectric, he gets poisoned. He goes Decidueye, I stay in and click Air Slash. So this is really, really like, I don't lose anything from this situation. He does go Lantern, which is fantastic. This is exactly what I wanted. I need this thing to get whittled down very, very slowly so that Coco becomes a massive threat. So I think he could have Heal Bell, but he still took poison damage and he has to take it every single time he comes in. So I think I just want to go for U-turn, get my Regenerator off, and then go into Hydreigon. I could go Nidoking if I was mad on a Volt Switch, because I think he will Volt Switch. He does stay in 18%. What is that? What is that? Is that Bulky Pivot? No. That's noble. Okay, so he's specially defensive. He could be like Assault Vest. Max HP Assault Vest. That could be something. I really want to go Nidoking because I think he's just going to Volt Switch. And he'd be like, alright, Nidoking's not coming out. Oh, Volt Switch is a free play right now. If he does go for Scald, how much would Nidoking take? 30%. I'm actually honestly okay with that. Ice Beam. He gets a crit. but it's okay. So, I'm okay with this. I don't think there's a chance that we kill this thing with a earth power, and we don't if he's especially defensive. But I think this is actually where we go back into Hydreigon and we click Dark Pulse. Because we get a kill right here if we do. And I think he's just going to go for a Scald. He could go for Scald this time. I think he'd probably just go for Ice Beam again. But I really, really need Nidoking to stay around because it's a great check to Manectric. So I'm going to double into Hydreigon. If he goes for Vultures right now, I'll be fucking... He doubles into Celesteela. That's fine with me. I'm just going to do what? Is the power difference great enough for me to click Dark Pulse or Flamethrower over Dark Pulse? Or do I click U-Turn? Flamethrower does so much more. If he goes Lantern, he has to take Poison and a Flamethrower. So I do kind of just want a U-turn. Also, a big Dark Pulse to Lantern. How much is that doing? How much is that doing? 40%. Would he stay in on a Hydreigon? I feel like he wouldn't. If I U-turn right here, what do I go into? I'd probably go Aggron. Because Aggron is super safe. Well, if he starts setting up though, that's fucking sketchy as hell. I could go Blastoise and just click Roar. But I think he will stay in. I think he'll stay in because Lantern is poisoned. It's super weak. It's his only resistance. And switch into Tapu Koko. He needs it. So I am going to Flamethrower, I think. If he goes Lantern, I can go into Koko maybe. I have Roost on Koko, so I can do that. Yeah, I'm going to click Flamethrower. He does stay in. Does a lot of damage. Goes for Heavy Slam. He has leftovers. So, okay, so that did 76. So he's definitely physically defensive. Definitely physically defensive. Oh yeah. So I think right here I double into... Or do I just Flamethrower again? I mean, if he goes Azumarill again, it has to take Poison. Blastoise is at full. The problem is if he goes Lantern. But then I just go Koko. So honestly, I'm just click Flamethrower again. I just click Flamethrower again. I think he might stay in. And go for Leech Seed, predicting like me to switch out. But I honestly just want to kill something. He goes for Protect. Alright, so now is where I think I double. Because I think this time he's definitely just going to go into Azumarill or Lantern. Unless he's baiting that. Which is a possibility. He knows I'm Specs. He knows I'm Specs from the damage. But yeah, I feel... Oh, wait, sorry. Oh, that's an... sorry about that. The fucking screen is a little bit janky. That's better. Sorry about that. Yeah, that looks better. So, I think I do double into Koko, because what Koko does is that I can just U-turn out onto anything. And if he goes Azu, then he's obviously terrified. Although I don't really like that play either. I'm just going to stay and go for Flamethrower, I think. Do I? See, nothing really takes a Flamethrower. Like, Lantern has to take Poison, which is what I want. But then I'm stuck in front of Lantern with a Flamethrowing thing, and everything is either weak to it, or then I just go Koko, like I said. And it's like, if he goes for Scald and burns me, it's fine, especially offensive. It's not really an issue. Koko actually beats Lantern 1v1 because it's poisoned, and I Roost. I'm just going to go for Flamethrower. He might also make like a crazy play into like Manectric or Landers. Like there's always the chance he does that as a middle ground play. If he's afraid of me doubling out. Or if he doesn't know I'm Specs, which I think is fairly unlikely. He does go into Landers. So that takes a lot. So this thing is Snarf. That much we definitely know. Celesteela has Protect, so I think it probably has Leech Seed and Toxic, so I'm glad I got a fucking shit ton of damage on it, so it's not an issue. Still an issue because it's Celesteela, but you know what I mean. This thing is just going to go for U-turn. He might go for Stone Edge this time, because I've gone Tornadus every single time. So I think I do go Blastoise this time. The only problem is if I go Blastoise and he clicks U-turn is that he gets to go into Manectric, which I don't really want. Because then he gets to do things. But that, to be fair, like, if I go Tornadus, he does the same thing. So I think we're kind of at an impasse here. U-turn kills Hydreigon, so I can't let him do that. I could go Aggron if I really, really think that he's going to click U-turn or Stone Edge. And I like Aggron, actually. If you go Celesteela, like, that's annoying. But I can get my Mega up, and I can get up my rocks. I think I do go Aggron. I don't know, though. I don't know. If I was him, I would just U-turn. Or Stone Edge if I really, really wanted to get rid of the Tornadus. Or get up my rocks. Like, click Stealth Rock. Because I think this thing is his only Stealth Rock, or he probably hasn't. I'm going to go Aggron, because if he wants to U-turn and go into Manectric, Aggron is much better. Don't go for Earthquake. Okay. It's always very fucking stressful when you do that, but that worked out. Okay, so great thing about this, he has to go. Oh, he goes Decidueye. Okay, so I think he clearly wants to. Does he want to Spirit Shackle me? I don't know what this thing wants to do. He could also go for like a Nasty Plot. Do one of those. How much is Aggron doing to Decidueye? I feel like it's doing too much for Decidueye to handle, but that's just me. If he's offensive, Heavy Slam actually just fucking obliterates him. If he's physically defensive, we still kill because of the what's it called? We still kill because of the poison. So I think I actually do just want to. I think he's going to defog. I think he's going to defog. Which is fine. I think. So I think I just try to get rid of this thing, or I get up my rocks. As he defogs, so he's forced to defog again. I think I'm just going to kill this thing though. Because I don't think he can spam heal against me. Although, if he is like max physically defensive and starts going for Swords Dance plus Roost, even then still, I don't think he's able to stall me out. How much does Ice Punch do in comparison to Heavy Slam? Probably like less. It does do less. So, do I just go Tornadus? I could just go Tornadus. I like Tornadus. Spirit Shackle. Ah, he crits me. That is unfortunate. He does go for Spirit Shackle, so I think staying in was obviously the better play. He's left over, so I do outspeed him, so I can just go for U-turn. He has seen U-turn. And he can't kill me with Spirit Shackle right now. So, if I Air Slash... if I Air Slash, does he die? No. does not. But, so, let me think about this. So, I was very, very close to going Hydreigon, which would have been the right play. Very, very close. But I still like, Tornadus is fine. So if I click U-turn right now and he goes into Manectric, that's great, because he gets poisoned and he takes a U-turn. If he stays in right now, I have to take another Spirit Shackle, which he did how much with a crit? He did 58 with a crit. So he has a little bit of investment. Or sorry, no, wait. He did 58. Okay, so he has, that was either a high roll, he has a little bit of investment. So I don't think he'll kill me. I think I just Air Slash. There's always the chance I fucking what's it called? Flinch him as well. Which I'm not going for, but if it happens, then fucking hey. I'm gonna go for Air Slash. I'm just gonna go for Air Slash. If he goes, well, see if he goes Manectric. See, the problem is here is that my switch into this thing is, like, doesn't really exist. I could go, like, Coco. Or I could go back into Aggron. But I kind of just want to get damage on something. If he goes Manectric, he has to take Poison plus an Air Slash. And then he has a whole dilemma, like, oh, do I go for Hidden Power Ice? As Nidoking comes in, what about Aggron? Is Aggron still an issue? Aggron is not Mega Evolved yet, so it is neutral to Flamethrower. So that's something to note. But if I U-turn and he stays in, what would he go for? What would he go for? And I think I just go Hydreigon anyway. Like, just click Dark Pulse. Yeah, I'm just gonna U-turn. I think I'm just gonna U-turn. He does stay in. Defog. This is not well. No, I mean this thing is still at full, and so is Aggron. I'm just gonna Dark Pulse. I think he's just gonna switch into Celesteela. So I could U-turn because I think he will save this thing. There's no point in sacking this thing. And if he stays in, he'll probably just go for, like, I don't know. I think I U-turn. I think he's going to go into Celesteela, try to sack it off, and when I U-turn, I can go into maybe Nidoking, maybe Tornadus, and just fuck with him a little bit more. But because if Hydreigon is in front of the Azumarill, that's, like, really, really awkward. But he can't go into Azumarill on Coco. You see, that's the difference. So I'm going to U-turn. He goes into Azumarill, so I'm so glad I U-turned. My god. So this is an interesting situation. If he belly drums, Aggron kills him, right? Because he'll have to take 50%. He'll have to take 50%. He'll die. So that's cool. I think I go Aggron right here, and I just click Heavy Slam. The only problem with that is that he gets to go Celesteela. I can go Coco and click U-turn. And what that does is that means if he stays in, I just go like Blastoise. But then he's like really, really tempting me. Like I think he would stay in if I went Coco because he's like, I have Landers, I have Manectric. Surely he won't click an Electric type move. And Lantern. Like how could I forget about Lantern? So I'm gonna go Aggro. So do I get up my rocks or do I just Heavy Slam? I think I just Heavy Slam. I think he's going to switch into Celesteela. But I don't know. If he goes for Superpower, like Liquidation to Aggron, Just 30%. Doesn't do that much. That's choice banded as well, which he probably is, but I'm not sure. An Aggron is fairly important. Like, I don't really want to lose this thing, like, too easily. I could double on a Blastoise, but that's not really that good. I can roar, but like I don't have Rocks up, so I need Rocks up to do that. That's the problem. And yeah, I'm gonna Stealth Rock because I think he's gonna switch out. He does go into Decidueye, so he really wants to trap Aggron. That is very obvious. He wants to trap Aggron super badly. But I have my Rocks up, so I'm just gonna go Tornadus. If he switches out, he has to take Rocks damage with a Mon. And if he defogs, then I get Tornadus in for free. So I see no reason not to go Tornadus. Goes for defog. It's fine. And I think, what do I want to do? Does Decidueye die to a Heat Wave? Barely, if he's only max HP. And I kind of want to click Heat Wave because his switch into this thing is Lantern, which doesn't matter what I click anyway. Manectric or Celesteela. Although, to be fair, if I was him, what would I do? I'd probably go Manectric if I was him. And I went for U-turn last time, so I think this time he'll be like, he has to kill me. There's no way he's not going to kill me. And if he stays in, I think I'd just go like Coco. Because he'll have to attack, and at that point Empire Ice should definitely kill. Or do I just Heat Wave? I don't know. I think I'm going to go for Heat Wave. If he stays in and he lives and he goes for Roost, that's fine. If he stays in and goes for an attack, that sucks, but honestly, I think he will die. I don't think he's especially defensive. I think he's physically defensive. Or just like max HP, max speed, or max HP, max attack. He does go to Manectric, so I'm glad I Heat Wave. Please land. Please land. Thank you. Oh, we get a crit back! Alright, well, wow. He got a lot of crits on us. They didn't really matter. That crit totally mattered. Okay, so what do I want to do? Obviously, I need to keep Tornadus. It's clear that Tornadus is too good against his team. It's clear. Nidoking comes in on a Hidden Power Ice and it'll die. He'll die to 2, I mean. He won't die to 1, I don't think. I could go Coco. But if he Volt Switches, it'll do so much damage to me. And I think this time, I mean, I crit him. Tornadus is at full. Last time I did click U-turn. Like a madman. I think I do have to just go Nidoking. If he goes for Hidden Power Ice, I could double into like Aggron, maybe. Or even Hydreigon. I think I just have to make the simple play this time. I think he will go for Hidden Power Ice. I mean, I could go Aggron. And I don't think he'll Volt Switch. I think he'll Empower Ice or he'll Flamethrower. And I feel like Flamethrower is a better play for him right now. I feel like Flamethrower is the play. So do I go Coco? How much would Coco take? I mean, Coco has a lot of bulk on my set. There's a lot of bulk. He's a bulky boy. I live in Overheat, no problem. He does have Flamethrower. We saw that. His Flamethrower is the only move we've seen him use. We easily live 2. Yeah, I'm going to go, well, in the terrain. How much is Volt Switch doing? 40%. Thunderbolt. Okay, I'm gonna go Coco. Flamethrower. Okay. So, U-turn doesn't kill. Oh, actually, no, it does kill because we're not -1. So it does kill. U-turn kills right here. So... oh, wait, does it? No, it doesn't. Hidden Power Ice... Well, I don't know. I think I click Roost? Question mark? Because I think he's going to go Lantern? Or he's just going to... I think he's just going to click Volt Switch. But he could click Hidden Power Ice, predicting the thing. I'm just going to click Roost. I just want to see what he does. If he crits me, then fuck, but... I don't think he'll go Landorus because obviously Hidden Power Ice is kind of like my best play. He could predict the Dazzling Gleam and go into, like, you know, Decidueye. I feel like Decidueye is like a goes for Volt Switch. We do take that. So I'm happy with this. I get my health back. Whatever comes in, we can react accordingly. If he goes straight into Landorus, which I really doubt he will. I really fucking doubt he will. I think he'll just go Lantern. Lantern has to take poison damage. He does go Lantern. So, I have an interesting play. I could go for Roost again. And what that does is that it is slowly killing this thing. So, I think I do just that. I think I just Roost. I think he's just going to go... He might go for a Heal Bell. But I get back up to full. I get to click U-turn. I'm clicking Roost again. Does he go for a Scald? Toxic. That's honestly, I'm not terribly concerned about that. So I'm just going to U-turn. U-turn plus poison might kill this thing. And I think I just go Aggron. He could think I'm starting to Roost stall him and go into Landorus. If he does that, that's great. If he goes Decidueye, that's great. If he goes Manectric, that's great. You know, but he does go into the Landorus. So I am happy pappy. I am a happy pappy. So do I go Blastoise? I think. Well, okay. So does Tornadus die to a Stone Edge if he just clicks it? I don't know. Stone Edge. It fucking very, very nearly kills me. Blastoise comes in and I get to click Ice Beam for free, and whatever he goes into, it has to take it. I think I just go Blastoise. Blastoise making his fucking presence known. This is a 38-minute game and we haven't even killed a mon yet. I'm gonna click Ice Beam. If he goes, what's it called? If he goes Decidueye, that's fine. If he goes Lantern, it has to take damage. Good stuff. Good stuff all around. I think he will just U-turn. He does go U-turn. I think he's just going to go into Decidueye. Maybe Lantern. Maybe he will. But I think the terrain will end this turn. He does go into Lantern. So that's fine with me. And the terrain does wear off. So I could go Nidoking right here. I could go Nidoking. I could go Aggron, try to get up my rocks again. I think he's just gonna... He might try to Toxic. So I think Aggron is the right play. If he goes for Toxic, that's fine. If he goes for Ice Beam, that's fine. If he goes for Volt Switch, then, like... That sucks. Would he Volt Switch? Would he Volt Switch? I mean, I went Nidoking last time. Would he Volt Switch? I don't want Blastoise to get weakened because it's a great response to Azumarill and Celesteela. So I'm gonna go Nidoking. Ah! He does. Don't freeze. Okay. That's okay. I'm just going to go for an... It's unfortunate that happened. But it is what it is. I'm just gonna go for an ice beam. If he goes Landorus, then we catch him or whatever. I'm just gonna kill this thing. He just does stay in, which he should. So first death. We kill the first mon, but he is smashing us right now. Well, not smashing us. I feel like we're doing okay. Landorus is weakened. Manectric is weakened. Decidueye is poisoned and weakened. Celesteela is weakened. And that Lantern being gone means that Coco has a little bit more free time. It gets to click in Paralyze fairly freely. But it's just about me getting up my rocks. I need to get up my rocks. If he goes Landorus right here, I think I gotta go Tornadus. If he goes Azumarill, then it becomes a little bit of a fucking sketchy ordeal. Yeah, I should have gone Aggron. I should have gone Aggron right there. Aggron would have been fine because and then I could have doubled in a Nidoking because then he probably would have Scalded or Scald would have sucked, but actually fucking I don't know. Half of 4 is beloved. This does not look good. Thank you, Quaid. Show you guys that message there. Quaid is a great season, dude. Quaid had a fantastic season. He played very, very well, and I'm happy that he had a fun season. With a like, no offense to him, he drafted a fairly bad team, and that he that was the point. He challenged himself. He drafted Mega Audino, and he did his best around it. But in comes the Landorus. So would he U-turn again? I think he would U-turn again, which is the crazy thing. I think he's going to U-turn, because I think Tornadus has come in every fucking time. If he stays in, he's going to go for Stone Edge or U-turn. I don't think he goes for Earthquake, ever. And if they go Tornadus, he gets to go out to Manectric, and he gets to kill something. Something dies. Nidoking is weak. It's really, really weak. At this point, I think I just get up my Toxic Spikes, or I just go for Ice Beam. If he goes for U-turn and I click Ice Beam, he'll probably just go Azumarill or Celesteela. But Earth Power isn't in play either. I can't go for Earth Power, predicting like something like that. I think I just go for Ice Beam. I think he's going to... He has to predict Tornadus. I've come in every single fucking time. I could also go Aggron or even Blastoise. But he has to click U-turn, right? And if he clicks Earthquake, I get to go Hydreigon, and I get to click Dark Pulse and kill something. Do I get up my Toxic Spikes? I don't think I do. The Decidueye is weakened. Azumarill is fairly weak. It dies to 2 Heavy Slams at this point. I think I just click Ice Beam. If he goes into Celesteela or Manectric, he will die. But I think that's maybe his worry. That if he does do this, then... Goes for Stealth Rock. Okay. Landorus dies. Okay. Weaken Rapid Spin. Oh, fuck. Alright then. Calm down. Calm down, Azumarill. So this thing possibly outspeeds me. I don't think Belly Drum is happening. I don't think he's going to Belly Drum. He has to kind of click a Water type move because, I mean, Nidoking is Poison type. He obviously resists it. Those Stealth Rocks are going to be a little bit annoying. They're going to be a little bit annoying to deal with. I'm not going to lie. So do I just T-Bolt or do I go Aggron? Aggron does not have Roar. So... if he was the Belly Drum right now as a Thunderbolt, I'd kill him. If I was to switch as he Belly Drummed, I think he would win. So I am going to go for a Thunderbolt, I think. I also, if he's Adamant, I outspeed him. And then I can go into Blastoise and I can just click Ice Beam, predicting the Decidueye and do all that stuff. Actually, I think rocks are staying up. I don't think I'm getting rid of those rocks. So I could just go Aggron. Who's more important, Aggron or Blastoise? I think it's Aggron, because Aggron can check the Manectric and the Decidueye, while Blastoise can't check anything. So I think I just go Blastoise. If he belly drums, would he belly drum? If he does, I lose, actually, I think. Well, yeah, I would. He'd just go for Aqua Jet, yeah. I see, I knew he was going to do that, but at the same time, it's impossible. It's an impossible situation. So, I go Blastoise or I go Aggron. I think I should go Aggron and then double out into Blastoise. Although, I get up my own rocks, maybe. I think he's banded. So I'm going to get up my rocks. I need to get up my rocks because Manectric is a massive, massive threat right now. I think he'll go Celesteela. So this is not looking good. He has rocks up as well as a Toxic Leech Seed, possibly Celesteela. It's looking sketchy. He has a sketchy squad. If he goes to Decidueye right now, that's fine. He goes for Superpower, so he's not banded. And he does lose a bunch of that. So he's not banded. So that makes this thing a little bit less of a threat. Actually, a lot less of a threat. I go Blastoise right here and I outspeed him 100%. So I get to go for Ice Beam freely. Or Rapid Spin even, which he wouldn't want because obviously I get rid of his rocks and then Tornadus becomes a threat again. Do I have anything that takes one hit from Manectric? I need to keep Coco healthy, basically. I need to keep Coco healthy. So, yeah, Coco takes one hit. Coco takes one hit. That's the only thing that takes one hit. This is going to be down to the fucking wire. This is going to be down to the wire. Dude. This is fucked. Because after the Stealth Rock switch in, Manectric will die to an Hidden Power Ice. 100%. Especially if we start roaring as well. I'm going to go Blastoise. And I think I click... He doubles in a Celesteela. So... Do I Rapid Spin? I do want to. If I Rapid Spin as he goes for Leech Seed, then I can just go in a Tornadus. I get a free switch in. I get to go for Taunt, U-turn out, stuff like that. If he goes Decidueye right now, that's fine. Because he has to take rocks and poison. I'm going to Rapid Spin. I think he'll stay in. He does stay in, and I assume Leech Seed? Leech Seed, yeah. And I think I go Hydreigon. Now, reason being is because I think he could double into Manectric, trying to get recovery. If he clicks Protect, then I get to kill something with a Dark Pulse, because Azumarill will die to 2. And it's not Scarf, it's not banded, so obviously Hydreigon's really, really good right now. And if he goes into Manectric, I think I live one hit. If he goes to Decidueye, that's even better. So I'm going to go into Hydreigon. I don't want to choke this game away because I feel like we've played this well. I feel like we've played well. I just don't want to mess up the last few turns because this is where it's going to be spicy. Coco needs to... We got rid of the rocks, which is good, so the rocks are gone. Coco is at a lot of health. It can kill the Manectric with Hidden Power Ice as long as we get it in front of it. We just need to be careful. Coco destroys his team as well. So, I think Aggron is sack right now. Hydreigon does come in, he's go for Heavy Slam. He just goes for Heavy Slam. That's fine. This thing will... take a Dark Pulse. You go for Protect, of course. But Azumarill has to take a Dark Pulse. And Stealth Rocks. It's not going to take it very well. And then, once Hydreigon dies, I get to go back and Aggron. Well, I get to go Blastoise, actually, and I get to start roaring. which is what I wanted. So yeah, okay, I'm okay with this. If he stays in, then he takes a chunk of damage from Dark Pulse. I don't think it'll kill him. It might. If he flinches, then he doesn't get off a Leech Seed or something. If he Leech Seeds, then he gets a little bit of health back from leftovers. Dark Pulse, he does live, and I do get the flinch. So that's not what I was going for, but it worked out. He does go into Azumarill, so he does save the Celesteela, so that takes a tremendous amount of damage. Eats his Citrus Berry, so is he Belly Drum? So I think I just go for a Dark Pulse again. I'll outspeed him. If he goes for Belly Drum, I'll stop him. I think he is Belly Drum. Fuck. If he goes for Aqua Jet, then he'll kill me, and then I get to go Blastoise, and I get to start roaring. He does stay in. Goes for knockoff, and he will kill me. So, Aqua Jet Super knockoff. That surely sounds like a Belly Drum set to me. I think I do go. Well, I could also go Tornadus. Tornadus is super free right now. Does Tornadus kill an Azumarill with Air Slash? If he's wait, he's Belly Drum. And he was no, he wasn't. Was he faster? He does 30. I do 36, which is exactly what he fucking is. So I'm gonna trust in Tornadus like I've done this whole fucking season, and I'm gonna go for fucking Air Slash. If he goes into Celesteela, that's fine. He has to take rocks plus an Air Slash. If he goes Manectric, it will die. If he goes Decidueye, it'll die. If he stays in, he'll die. So I think we have this game as long as Coco is healthy, because it lives a hit from everything, and it outspeeds everything except for Manectric, which it lives a hit from. So that flinch was huge against Celesteela, because I don't know what he clicked, but he would have killed Hydreigon, and Azumarill wouldn't be so weak right now. So that is unfortunate. I wasn't going for the flinch. I went for Dark Pulse because it was like the best play. If he goes in Azumarill, I do the most amount of damage. If he stays in, I'd still do a decent amount of damage. Now knowing that he was Citrus, I'm glad I clicked Dark Pulse. Because if I clicked Flamethrower and killed Celesteela, he would have gone Azumarill, Belly Drum, and I think he would have won. So, and now he can't Belly Drum. So this thing is kind of no longer a threat, in a way. I think he sacks Decidueye right here. I don't know what he values more, Decidueye or Celesteela. I think they're both kind of useless right now. I feel like I don't know how he wins. I don't know how I lose. I need to start missing Air Slashes. Everything is at like under 50%. Rocks are up. I think we got this. And we were supposed to play a day after today when I'm recording this. But we were like, you know what? Fuck it, we'll play. Dude, my fucking heart is racing. Playing Kip is always just fucking a horribly terrifying ordeal. Horribly stressful. He does go to Decidueye, so I will kill this thing. And he does go Manectric, I assume. Yes. So, this is where it gets super fucking awkward. So, Tornadus beats the Celesteela, and it beats the Azumarill, so I think I definitely have to sack, something. So I sack Blastoise or Aggron. Aggron is kind of setup bait. I can roar around with Blastoise. I can scald the Celesteela, so I'm going to sack Aggron. I do switch first, so he did stay in. He goes for Thunderbolt, and I do live. I'm going to go for Ice Punch in case he goes Celesteela. If he stays in, he dies anyway, so. If he goes Celesteela trying to like heal up Celesteela, I will catch him on the Ice Punch and kill him. And I think he just goes for Thunderbolt, yeah. So I gotta go Coco. I gotta click Thunderbolt. Once this Manectric dies, Tornadus beats the rest of his team. So I think he will save this Manectric. Him saving Manectric means that he hasn't lost yet. He has to. I think he has to crit me with Thunderbolt and also get off enough poison damage. He goes for Volt Switch, which is super bad. That's super bad. I think he won. I think he fucking won, dude. Ah, that's such a shame. I think he won. I think he won by the skin of his teeth. Because unless I live this somehow. I think he won. Wait. Switching out doesn't really do anything. I should have U-turned. Yeah, I should have U-turned, dude. Wow, I should have U-turned. If I U-turned, I won. Kind of. Yeah, I would have been at 12% more. I would have been out of range. I should have U-turned. I only thought about it after I clicked the Thunderbolt. If I U-turn, I think I won. No! Fuck me. Alright, well, we lost. GG to Kip. That one sucks because we had it. We had it and then I choked it at the end. That I feel like that's one of those games where like I won every time as long as I click U-turn. Because he goes Celesteela, I click U-turn, I go Tornadus, I get to click Heat Wave, I kill that thing. Then Manectric comes in, kills Tornadus. I go back in the well, maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, Coco was on a timer. So every single time I clicked U-turn or came in, I had to take a Volt Switch. I know, obviously, I should have brought something that outsped Manectric, but honestly, I didn't really like anything. I didn't really like anything being Scarf against this team. And the only thing that was choice was the Hydreigon, which I felt okay with. I think... I don't know what I could have done differently. Obviously, if I clicked U-turn, I went out in Celesteela. I mean, okay, a crazy play would have been clicking Roost. If I clicked Roost against the Manectric as he Volt Switched, then he goes Celesteela. Then I have to U-turn. I'd have to go Tornadus. So, I guess I could have won, but I don't know because of the Toxic, I think I couldn't have won. I don't know though. That one sucked. That one sucked to lose because I felt like we had it, and it just slipped away. Mega Manectric was a very, very big problem for my team. Nidoking was a great response to it, but obviously it's not the bulkiest mon in the world. A couple hits and it dies. Yeah, I don't know what to really. I don't know what to say. I loved using this team. I really enjoyed using this team, dude. I really love using Aggron and Coco and Tornadus. And yeah, Kip is being a gentleman. Yeah, I'm just trying to sort out my head. I think if I clicked U-turn on the Celesteela, well, actually, I would have had to click Roost. I think for me to win this game, I would have had to click Roost a lot. And basically let rocks kill everything. And then go, sacking Aggron wasn't a mistake because he would just Flamethrower. I know I lived a Thunderbolt, but I didn't live a Flamethrower, so it didn't really matter. Yeah, in the end, it just came down to Coco's terrain fucked up Coco. That was really what it came down to. His Thunderbolt was much stronger because of the terrain. And I knew this. This is like, I didn't want to bring Coco because I knew it would make Manectric stronger. But I felt like I had to because his matchup was very, very good in other places. Because, you know, against the Azumarill and the Decidueye, even the Lantern. I mean, Lantern doesn't like really check Coco because I can just Roost and U-turn on it. It did Toxic me though, which is the problem. So yeah, that's the game. Our season is over. I'm happy with the season. We went 8 wins, 2 losses. 2 losses to extremely good friends of mine and very, very good battlers. In very, very fun games. The Psy guy loss was kind of like a blowout. He fucked me, but this game was much, much more intense. It came down to the wire. And yeah, I hope the finals are good. Whether Kip faces Psy guy or Alex, doesn't matter as long as the finals are good. And hopefully it's a finals that people can enjoy. So yeah, that's the POW. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to have your slam like button down below for us. Don't be too upset. The POW will definitely come back. We are back for an off season in just a couple weeks time. We have a little cup draft coming up. I will be drafting a little cup team. We'll be playing a lot of people from the league, so that should be a lot of fun. That should be a really, really nice breather because I've been kind of 6v6 is starting to get a little bit stale. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and Sun and Moon have been out for like 2 years now. It's been the same competitive scene for 2 years, so I think playing other formats will kind of make it a little bit more fresh. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see how the off season goes. That being said, have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day, and yeah, bye bye.